Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, we're actually going to start or kind of continue on our web design series. But last week, we actually created a template. I kind of went through some different elements. Let me mute this. Some different elements that would help you kind of get started creating the style of almost any website. So we kind of created a template for that. Just so you guys know, you do have that in your accounts right now. It is just called website template. That's what we're going to use today. And we're going to actually recreate this website on GoHighLevel. Okay. So let's dive into today's training. Okay, so welcome back. I do want to say hello to Linwood and Maria, who's watching on YouTube. Just so you guys know, anywhere that you're watching, I only monitor the questions on YouTube, so you can always just go to youtube.com/Bridget Bartlett, and you can find my channel, and I'm live there Monday through Friday. I do see, I think, is that Shawana She Trades Financial? I can never remember who that is. Hello. Okay, so before we dive into the pharmacy website, I did want to show you guys, because I told you that I actually started this series because I was rebuilding, just to show you the new website, but also to show you the new software that we have. And also, it's Janai. Hi, Janai. Okay, I swear I will promise I will try to remember that. Okay. So not only do I want to show you the new website and kind of give you a tour, but also I want to kind of give you some ideas and things that you can do with the high-level builder. Just because it's an easy-to-use builder doesn't mean that it's not a powerful builder and can get you the results that you want, okay? So I already showed you guys how to create this header up here, and then of course we have our hero image. We have this area here as featured on CBS, NBC, and Fox. This is an important area here. Who is our program for? Because that's usually like one of the first questions that people want to know is this, is this what I'm looking for? Is this a solution to my problem? Okay. So then now we talk about what's included. Well, we have the Go High Level Premium Tools. Okay. So it talks about the high level tools. And if you click here, it goes to the website where you learn more about the high level tools and how you can get started. Okay. If we go back to the home page, then you see the Tier 5 premium software. So if you click there, you go to the Tier 5 page, and it talks about the premium software. So if you click there, it actually goes to talking about the premium software. And of course, you can click there. And then each of these go to an additional page. Okay, so you guys can see this is a lot of work. But well worth it, of course. You can build massive, amazing websites on high level. So each of these pages will tell you more about each individual software. Okay. If we go back to the home page here, you'll see, what is this? This is Genius CRM, Genius Messenger CRM, which is a new tool. I told you guys, I knew you were going to be excited about this. We now have Genius Messenger CRM. If you are a current, if you have access to the professional plan, which if you guys upgraded before we raised the price, it's the the $50 Tier 5 upgrade, or if you were on the $97 plan where it included all of the Tier 5 tools, if you have access to the Tier 5 tools, then you are going to get a free upgrade to this account here, okay? So it is not set up yet. It is coming, but I've already created the page here if you want to go look and see. This is I did a training on the Genius Messenger CRM, and you can learn more about it. It's basically a CRM that works with your Facebook Messenger, okay? So it's really cool. You can label, you can send broadcast messages, and the really cool part is that it does also integrate with High Level, okay? So that's really, really awesome. It not only does it integrate via webhook, but it also integrates via API, so you can actually pull in your pipelines and work with your Facebook Messenger Messenger. Here's kind of a cool image there. We also have the white label content. So if you click here, you can actually learn more about it. And some of you guys may not even realize that you're already members. Maybe you don't realize that you have access to all of these things. But you have all of the white label content in addition to the courses. So if you want to know, you guys definitely have 9 pre-built courses. These are all the courses. All you have to do is just enter in your personal information. You really don't have to remake any of them. But if you did want to rebuild, rebrand, resell them as your own, you can do that. And if you want to check out, these are basically samples, a sample video of the white label courses. They are white label. There's no business name. There's no personal name. It's not me saying, hey, I'm Bridget Bartlett with Visual Marketing and Design, and none of that. It's not branded at all. And these are pre-built. They're already loaded, ready for you to use. Okay. So let's go back now to the Vision Network. So you guys know, if you're a member, that you have access to our Noisy network. You have your own free plan of Noisy. There's a lot of benefits. Noisy is really powerful. There's lots of integrations and things that you can do with it. So you can definitely check that out there. And let's go back to the homepage, because we also have the live training daily and the weekly Q&A sessions if you want to learn more about that. And I've also added some training series. So you can see, you know, maybe you like my coaching style, maybe you don't, maybe this is not exactly what you thought it was going to be. This will help you answer these questions. Okay. So let's go back to the home page again. And we have one more thing here, and that is the 2,000 plus social media templates. So you know I'm adding more daily, and they are all built on Canva. All you need to do is choose your niche, add your own brand colors and logo, and then schedule to your auto poster, which we also have inside of Vision. You can just see here an example. And just so you guys know, these moving images are easily created just by adding a GIF instead of an image. You also you can check out some of the niches here that we have as well. And you guys remember, this is all, when you share your Vision affiliate link, this is the website that it's going to now. Okay. So of course, if you want to get started, you can do that here to get access to the tools, training, and content. You do have, for the beginner plan, you get access to basically all the high level tools, all the training, all the content, and all of that. If you want the tier 5 extensions, you can choose this plan, and then you can see this is the plan that is available for the Genius Messenger upgrade. So if you have any of these tools here, you are going to be getting a free Genius Messenger upgrade. Okay, so you guys will have access to this account as well. So I hope you all are super, super excited about that. And if you guys would rather be a partner than a member, you can join for free by clicking here to become a tier 5 reseller or a GoHighLevel Agency Pro owner, and you will get a free Vision account. Okay, so having said all of that, let's actually dive into our Vision account here. And this is actually just a client's account. This is actually not a live, it is a current client, but this is not a live account. I haven't moved them over because they're actually going, I have a partner who also uses GoHighLevel, but his agency is HIPAA compliant. So I'm actually just going to recreate this and then transfer them to my partner. But I'm going to use the website template example. And like I said, you guys all have this inside your account. All you need to do is look for website template. Okay. So what I'm going to do, instead of just immediately starting to edit this, I'm just going to clone this because I want a copy. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this here. I just want to keep the original. I don't want to have to like, you know, basically mess up the template. So let me refresh here. Okay, I'm going to ignore that. All right, now, first thing I want to do is go into edit. So I'm going to click here to edit, and I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a name. So we're going to call it ND Scripts because that's the name of the pharmacy. ND Scripts Pharmacy. And I did ask him if I could do this training, and he was totally fine with it. So he was actually my first client ever. So super cool. Okay, let's do /ND Scripts Pharmacy. And this path that you're doing here is actually, it's like the raw URL, like for the template. Okay, so it's actually, this part is not really going to show up once you connect to domain. So we do need to connect a domain, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And we definitely need to change the favicon. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save this. But this is really cool because I want to show you guys like how I get the brand colors, how I extract the images, how I resize the images and things like that. Okay. So of course, the very first thing we want to do is we need the URL for the logo. Okay. So of course we need to upload the logo so that we can use it. So let's go to the media here and we're going to open the library. And we already have the logo uploaded, so I'm just going to right click here and I'm going to grab the link, okay? Now, this is going to be the link that's connected to this account and this storage, okay? So if I transfer this 100 times, as long as this account is still active and this link is still working, then it's still good, okay? So I have the link now. I'm going to go back to the website. Click here and let's go to settings and I'm going to override this link here. Okay. And then save. Now I'm going to get rid of this because this is actually for SAS. Okay. Now I'm going to click here and if I open that up, is it okay? But just for now, just so you guys know how to change that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click here to open our page. I want to open it in a new tab, because I like to be able to click back here and go back there, but that's a personal choice. Okay. Now, first thing I want to do is go ahead and go to the settings, just like we did for the template. And I want to choose my typography. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Open Sans. That's fine. And then we can choose a color. Okay, so I don't want the link color to be purple. That's a branded color to me. So there are two ways to extract the color. Okay, you can actually use a extension. Let me see if I have it on this browser. It is Color Picker is what it's called. I don't see it here, but I can easily search it by going to Color Picker extension. And it's this one here. Okay, so you can, oh, I already do have it. So let's see. Let's search for it. Color. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to enable it. And then I'm going to go to the live website here. And you'll see that here is the extension up here. So I'm just going to click there. And when you enable it, anything that you hover over, it will tell you the color. Okay, so you can see if I hover over where the little, the center of the triangle there, or the little plus sign, wherever that is, it will tell you what that color is. Okay. So if I want the red color, I can just click there and now I have the red color. So I'm going to click Control C to copy. I'm going to go back to my website here. I'm going to choose didn't find color. I'll paste that there, add color. Oops. I need to paste there. Oh, here we go. Click here and then we can paste our color there. All right. So now we've added our color. Get out of here and add color. Okay, so now we have the red color, and that's the color we're going to choose for all the underlined text. Okay, so all the text that has a link, that's what we're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and save. All right, now here, I want to add my logo, okay? So this is, remember, when we built this, this is actually one whole element here, okay? So if I scroll down here, you'll see that we have the brand logo. So I'm gonna click here, and then I'm just gonna double click there, and now we've changed that. But it definitely, it looks faded out, so we can play with this here, but let's actually just go to Canva. And what I'm gonna do is click here, let's open up logo. And I already have this logo stored, so I'm just going to bring in the transparent logo here. Let me go ahead and stretch this out. So we'll say 500 by 121. I'm going to click resize. Resize is a feature that's on Canva Pro. Absolutely love. I don't know where I would be without it. It is so, so helpful. So I'm going to choose 121 and resize. And now I can just stretch out this whole logo here because that is the complete size. And that way it won't be pixelated. Sometimes we're at the mercy of the files that our clients give us. And unfortunately, if they don't have better files, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I'm going to say logo trans indie. Okay, to remind myself what it is. And I'm going to download as a PNG because I want it to be transparent. So I'm going to choose PNG, transparent, and I want to compress it. Even though it reduces the quality, we definitely want our images to be as small as possible. So you can choose to do that there. You can also go to TinyPNG. We'll just say ND Scripts logo. Okay, we'll save that there. So you can go to TinyPNG and you can also compress the images there. Okay, so if I drag this file here, you can see that it started out at 17.4 kilobytes and now it's 11.6 kilobytes. Now it will reduce the quality of it, and so I'm just actually going to keep the original because any image that's less than 100 is really the goal, 100 kilobytes. So I'm going to go back here now. I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to the image and I'm just going to upload this image by dragging it. Okay, now I'm going to double click and now you can see it looks a lot better. Okay, so when you click save, it's going to say you've made changes to a global selection, which can affect other pages. Do you want to save this page? That's because, remember when we created this last week, that it actually is a global section, so that everything that we adjust here, it's going to adjust in the whole website. Okay, so I'm going to click OK and it will continue saving. All right, now we definitely want branded colors here. Okay, so we want to decide, do we want to make this red? Do we want to keep it black? Let's actually go to their brand colors. And if you guys have ever seen any videos I've ever done, you know that I love being able to just store my brand colors, my client brand colors here in Canva. That way it's always in the same place. I'm always working in Canva, so it's always accessible to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this black color and I'm going to click Control C to copy. I'm going to go back to my website here. And then I'm going to change this background color to their actual branded color. So I'm going to do that there and add color. Okay, so now I have that branded color. It's actually kind of dark blue, but it definitely works for this purpose. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the icon as well. Let's just make that red because that's the branded color and it looks much better. It's already starting to look really good and branded to them. So we're going to do that there. And we could leave these white, so I'm going to go ahead and save again just because save, save, save. Okay. Now, if we look at our original, we actually have the logo here. I'm actually going to click out of this extension because I don't need it anymore. So let me reduce this. And I definitely, especially when you guys are building, make sure that you have the least amount of extensions working as possible because it will slow down your browser and it just makes building really frustrating. This one isn't as bad as the previous platform I was using, but just a little pro tip. You know, sometimes you're trying to load it and it's just a little slower or something like that, and that's not just with HighLevel, that's just with any website builder, just because there's a lot of things going on. Okay, so that's just a little tip for you. All right, so we actually, if we look at the website here, we have home, about us, services, and then we have a refill page and we have a transfer page. Okay, so there are actually 5 pages here. So in our menu, what we want to do is we'll go ahead and just set the menu so we can remember which ones we're going to do. I'm just going to delete these because this was a template that we were using. So I'm going to just delete all of these. And this is also why I wanted to make sure to copy it. That way I can always come back. Okay, so we're going to say refill. And we don't have a page to match it to yet, so we're just going to click submit. And then let's go ahead and change this one. And this one will be transfer. Oops, of course we want to spell it right. Transfer and submit. Okay, so these are going to be all of our menu selection. Now I may go ahead and add buttons out here. I just wanted to kind of put this as a placeholder to remind myself what I actually need to do. Okay, so instead of contact, it's going to be services. So let's go back here. We'll say services. Services. Okay, and we don't ever want it to open in a new tab unless they're going outside the website. So I'm going to have it open in the same tab and submit. Let's go ahead and save again. All right, now going back to our website here, you can see that we have this kind of sub header here, then we have this bold H1, and then we have this kind of H3. Okay, so this would be like a H1 heading, this would be a H2 heading, and this would probably be an H3. Okay, so let's go back to our website. Close out of this. And so we have this H2. That's probably what it is. So let's just copy and paste. So we're going to say Indie Scripts Pharmacy. And let's go here. And what I like to do when I'm rebuilding, and you guys, just to let you know, like while I'm doing this, this is a great way. You know, people want to know all the time, how do you get clients into my agency? You know, how do I do that? Well, what you need to do is be a solution to a problem. Okay, so most people, they want better solutions than what they're using, but the problem is it's a lot of work to change platforms. And so what you can do is say, look, I will rebuild your website for you, and then get you on the platform. And then once, this is the thing about SaaS, okay? When you combine SaaS with your agency, or you're just a SaaS reseller, what you're doing is you are giving them the incentive to stay on your platform for, you know, eternity. As long as you are a good solution for their problems, then they are going to stay with you. I can tell you with complete sincerity, I have like a 95% retention rate with both my program and my agency. I just never lose clients, and that's like so rare in this business. But and honestly, I don't really know what else to tell you except for the fact that I just over deliver like crazy. So that's the best thing that I got for you, is I just over deliver. Let me actually open this up. I want to get this raw link here for the video. So I'm going to click here to close out, and let's go back here, and I'm going to swap this video out with this one here. Okay, so it's already looking like it's an Indie Scripts Pharmacy website, and we just barely got started. All right, so let's go back here now, and maybe we want to download this image, or maybe we just want to start fresh and go to Canva. Let's go to the home page. Let's create a design, and I like to do 1500. Always 1500, but sometimes depending on the style I'm looking for, maybe I want 1000, maybe I want 600. I'm going to go with 1000 this time, and just base pharmacy. Just like we put on this one, just like a happy family, you know, good relationship with the medical care provider. We're trying to set like a tone here. So I'm going to say pharmacy family. So this would be maybe a good one. This would be a good one. Let's see. This is literally my process. So maybe, let's see. So this one's not a bad one. Let's try this one. Okay. So when we download this, we're going to just choose download. Let's go ahead and use JPEG, because we don't need it to be transparent, and we still want to reduce the file size. So I'm going to choose JPEG, which automatically does that for us. And then I'm going to click download. Now I'm going to go back to our website, and let's go ahead and upload. So I'm going to click on the section that I want to change. I'm going to click the little gear here, and then I'm going to click background image, BG image here. And now we have all of our images. So I'm going to upload that. And I am going to change the name just for SEO purposes. So I'm going to say, let's say family pharmacy. Why did I put that? Okay. So family pharmacy, let's go ahead and click that there. And you can see it's not lined up right, so we can play around with this here. We can add the parallax effect, full center, maybe 100% width. Maybe we want to do fill 100% width and height, which kind of stretches it out there. No repeat. So you definitely want to just play around with these until you get the image style that you're looking for. Maybe this one. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. But our video does cover up this. So maybe what we want to do is swap this out. So maybe we want this section over here. Let's go ahead and click on the arrow and swap them out. Okay, so now we have changed the sides here, but that's still, you can see the text, it's kind of washing that out. So we want to click on the gearbox here and we can go down to background image opacity and we can choose like a heavy fade. But when you choose that, it's going to basically give it whatever color that you have here in the background. So if we chose this dark color that we have, now our image is dark and you can see this much better. Okay, maybe we want to try half fade. That actually looks a lot better. But you can also see here, it's kind of repeating, and that's not what we want. Okay, so let's go back here, full center. Actually, let's try 100%. There we go. So we'll go ahead and save. Now we can add some cool things here, like if we want to put some color here between where the video is and this orange line, we can go to background color. We could add maybe red if we wanted to, because that is the brand color. We could also add maybe this color. Oops, go back. We click there. Maybe we could add this color here so it makes it kind of darker. I kind of like that a little bit better. We could also maybe make this a little bit larger just for some more attention. We could make this a little bit larger. And just side note, since I just looked at the mobile text there, I never ever, one of the last things that I do is the mobile. And that's just because you really want to get the look and feel correct first, how you want it. And then you're going to go back and make your mobile edits and make sure that all of that looks good. I think there's too much line height space here. Line height is the space in between the text. So I'm going to go to advanced and you can see here, you can adjust the line height. So I'm just going to make it maybe 1.2. Looks a little bit better, just a little less space. Okay. So I think maybe this needs to be brought down just a little bit. So this is actually the part that I love, that you're just kind of tweaking and making it look pretty. Okay. I actually think maybe this would look better if the background was red. So let's try that. And then we could even add background here if we wanted to and make that the dark color. So now we have a more layered look. And if it was not, see how there's space over here, we could adjust the margins and things like that. Let's actually take that color out. We'll make it transparent. Okay, and let's save again. All right. So that looks okay. I'm not completely sold on it yet, but for the timing of this, I'm going to say I'm okay with it. Okay, so let's go back to our website. So now we have two buttons here. Now this is really important because I've talked about a lot how this is your chance to capture their attention within 5 seconds. Okay, so we need to, most of the time people are either coming here because they Googled pharmacy near me and they already have a prescription. So they're looking for the pharmacy. So they're either going to refill or they're going to transfer a prescription they already have at another pharmacy to this pharmacy. Okay, so this definitely needs to be their main call to action because we want to capture it and make it as simple as possible for them to complete the refill or transfer. So let's go back here now. I'm actually going to close this out because I keep flipping back and forth and probably hurting your eyes. Let's see. Janai says, yes, you do over deliver. God bless you. Oh, well, thank you so much. Okay, so let's go back here. We need to add those buttons. So let's say, we can add the buttons here. Let's make this smaller if we're going to add buttons. All right, so we'll make it like 35. And then let's go ahead and actually, I don't think with this style, I really like those buttons there. So maybe let's come back to that and we'll figure out a style for that. I need to do some thought. Okay. So let's carry on and let's move down here. Now we have this section here. I'm just literally going to paste what our patients say, and I'm going to make that bold. Okay. I'm not going to make this a little bit smaller because we don't want it to be larger than our main headline. So 30 looks about good. And I'm going to save. Now, this section here, what do our patients say? Well, we can easily, here, you see there's a free Google widget that pulls in the Google reviews, and we don't have this account connected to a Google account, but we do have the review management system inside of GoHighLevel. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull it in as if it's already created, because of course when we go to set this up for the client, then we will have their Google account connected. So I'm going to definitely put like a placeholder here and pull in the review widget. Okay, so this is actually connected to their Google account. All right. So now we have our widget, which is cool because this is actually the free and it has this down here and we don't really want that. But it is definitely an attention grabber because look, what we're saying is we're trying to make it easy as possible to transfer or fill your prescriptions. And then the next question is, can you trust us? So yes, you can, because look at all these amazing reviews. Okay. So now the next section here, we actually already put that video up there. So we're kind of moving these things around. So maybe we want to put our features down here. Okay. So let's do why choose ND Scripts Pharmacy. So maybe we want another title. So I don't really like the shadow there, so I'm going to choose no shadow. And then I am going to duplicate, because duplicate makes things so much easier. All right, so we're going to duplicate, except I need to actually add a section here. So I'm going to add one column. Actually, we're going to add it up here. One column, and then I'm going to drag this here. Okay, because I need some text. All right, so what do our patients say? And then I'm going to choose here. Why choose ND Scripts Pharmacy? I'm going to make it bold so that it stays consistent and it's the same height. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And now we need multi-dose packaging. So I'm going to go back here and I'm just going to paste. And remember, before I even think about the style, I just want to get the content in there because the style will change depending on the content. Okay, so I'm just going to add my description down here. And I'm going to go back. Now we have compounding. So I'm going to copy and go back here. And then we're going to grab the description. Do you see why this is so easy when you don't have to worry about really you don't have to worry about like changing the style at all, because everything is already done for you, right? If they're happy with that current style, you could just completely, even if you're brand new, this is a great way of learning web design. Of learning web design, because you don't really have to design anything. You're just copying and pasting everything and then trying to make it look like the previous version did. Because if they, again, if they were happy with what it looked like before, they're going to be happy with what it looks like now. So that takes all the pressure off. And then you can just copy and paste and learn. So I'm going to copy this and go back here. And we're going to paste. Okay. So the reason that it's better to do all of the content first is because now we know how much space do we need to add to make this look even. Okay, so I'm trying to see. It can be hard. Let me copy this because I added compounding in there and then I deleted something, so I'm just going to add it again. Okay. So if you can see here, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of text. Okay, now I actually think that this looks too big. So I'm going to make this text a little bit smaller. So I need to click here to access the little gear, and I'm going to change this to 16. Okay, and if I change that, I definitely want to change all the rest of them to 16. And I just, when I decide to change something and I have like 4 that need to be identical, I just go ahead and go around and make sure that I change all of them before moving on to the next thing. Okay. So now they're all 16. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of text. There needs to be 4 over here. Otherwise, you're going to see that there's like space, like it's not lined up correctly with one another. And it does have to be, because they're in columns, it does have to be lined up the same. So what I'm going to do is click here. I'm going to move over because it wasn't centered correctly. I want to make this bold. I want to make this bold. And I'm just going to hit enter because that will line this up correctly and make it, what's the word? Oh, where it's the same. you guys know. All right. So let's see. Now we need 4 lines of text here just to be congruent up here. So I'm just going to hit enter 2 times. And then we have 5 up here. So technically what I need to do is hit enter. And then I'm going to go up here and then hit enter. And then I want to hit enter again. And then now it should be all even. And you can see that I think it is. Okay. So I'm going to make this bold. Actually, maybe this needs to be. There we go. So let's see, maybe I added too many. Go back. This is where the super fun part, where you get to be creative and fun. Okay, cool. So I have 5. 5, does that make sense? All right, yes it does. I want to make this bold. I'm going to make this bold. And I'm going to save. Now we can come back to these. This is, you can add images here, but you see how it has multi-dose packaging? I could put an image of this multi-dose packaging, but it's not really necessary as long as I can find a good icon for it, and I can swap this out real easily by coming over here, and maybe I want to just type in multi and see what comes up. So maybe that's a good one. Maybe I want to look here for, let's choose RX. So I could... medication. Let's see. I'm actually looking for the mortar. Let's see. Mortar. There we go. Oops. Wrong one. I wanted this. So we're just going to swap this because I wanted that there and I want this here. Okay, so I'm just going to swap them over. Go back. Oops. I want this over here. Go on. There we go. All right, now let's go back here and let's search for multi again. Multi. And we'll choose that. Okay. I do like to choose these rather than doing images because it just makes it so much easier. If you don't really have to, why do it? Okay, so I am going to change the color as well because obviously purple is not a branded color for them. So let's go ahead and change it to red. So this is another thing that makes it really easy when you're using a template, if you can just swap out those images, okay? So we have free delivery. That definitely doesn't make sense. So let's choose something here, like let's just type in, I always type in like what I'm looking for first and hope something comes up, and that actually looks good. Free delivery. Let's change this icon color to red instead of purple. And match or beat any price. Let's see if we can find an icon that looks good for that. So we'll just do price. That looks good. We'll choose that one, and let's change the icon color to red. All right. So you guys can see that very quickly. Let's see, for 39 minutes, that's how long it's taken us to basically create half of this, this home page here. Okay. So that is no time at all. Now, when it comes to, so I could go if I need clients for my agency, I could go and say, hey, I really think that we could do a lot better for your website and get a higher conversion. But also we can build out systems like the pipeline and things like that. And if you decide to do this for one client, now you can do this for any pharmacy. You already have the template. You already have the whole snapshot for pharmacies, right? We could build out a whole back end campaign that goes with all of this to help them streamline their processes. And all you need to do is just simply duplicate the same system, okay? Now, I have kept you guys for a long time, and I don't want to make this really long, but if we want to see what we've done so far, we can click preview here, and you can see it's really coming out nicely. We have our video here. This looks very professional up here. This would be, if we had it connected, it would be a full testimonial with all of their reviews pulled in from Google. And so when it is connected, it will be that way. And then, of course, we have why choose indie scripts, which is what we have replicated from this area here. Okay, so really the only thing we have left to do is this section here. That promotes the free delivery a little bit more. And then we have this here, and then our footer, which we already have the footer template created. We just need to customize. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on tomorrow, and then all the other pages are going to be so easy. But I definitely want to show you each step, because sometimes it does get overwhelming. Like, where do you find the images? How do you know what size, and how do you change the colors of these icons and things like that? So that's definitely why I wanted to kind of take you guys on this journey of rebuilding a website, because this is definitely, if you provide this migration service to your clients, it's really easy. And if you're a Vision member, you can create a sub account for just $47, and you can host your whole client's account. You can create all their pipelines and all of those things and you can charge them whatever you need to. Okay. So anyway, or if you are a high level agency owner, of course, you can do this as well. Okay, so that is where I'm going to stop today. This is kind of a good spot. And so we will definitely continue with this series all week long. So I hope that you're getting some value from this. I really appreciate your time. And if you're not a member yet, make sure to go to myvisionagency.com and become a member. And I will see you all in the training tomorrow. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.